The Warrior Behind the Beard is a podcast dedicated to those silent day-to-day warriors carrying quiet lives. Those working men, fathers, husbands, entrepreneurs who live amongst us carrying extra weight on their faces. Simply put, this is a glimpse into the life of those beings of extreme follicular fortitude you see every day, but know nothing about. Let us show you what the rough-looking bearded man really is behind that gorgeous face, man. Step into our world. All right. What's up, guys? This is Coach Zeke. I'm here with DK Watts, and this is going to be the first episode of The Warrior Behind the Beard. Check it out, guys. DK, are you there, my man?
Yeah, I'm here, brother.
All right, brother. Check it out, guys. This is going to be a podcast that is going to shine some light on what is going on with this bearded dudes out there right now. Okay, what's behind that beard? What motivates you guys? What is that you like doing? What is that you don't like? What struggles have you gone through? It's kind of shining a little bit of light on what goes on with your lives. All right, we want to get to know you all. So basically, that's what our show is going to be about. And we're always going to have a different guest, and we're going to make an effort here to keep everything as light as possible. Okay, our objective here is for you guys to have a good fucking time right now. All right. So DK, my man, I'm going to leave it in your hands to talk about the beast that we have here on this recording with us today, and let us know who that guy is.
Okay, so I know we've kept it a secret up until this point, but from Sacramento, California, we are interviewing tonight and have the pleasure of talking to Nick Hibbets.
What's up, little babies?
What's up, man?
Hey.
No, he has been growing his beard off and on since 2010, 11-ish. So pretty much since high school. Yeah, and his beard is to his fucking collarbone now. So, but yeah, that's who we're interviewing tonight, and I hope y'all enjoy it, man. Nick's a hell of a guy.
Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
But
Nick.
Man. Yeah, Nick.
There's one thing that I am very, very interested in, and I just want to get to that point so bad, but we gotta wait.
Okay.
Because we know what you do for a living now.
Yeah.
You are a mailman. Bow. So, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have some pretty cool stories about that. So I can't wait to hear some stories about that, man. But I think first we're going to start by talking a little bit about your beard. And I know DK is going to have some questions about that. So I'm going to let him take over here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to kick this sucker off. What made you want to grow your beard? Like, what got it kicked off to begin with?
So it's kind of weird, but I was always able to, I would say since the 8th grade, grow facial hair. I actually had to shave for my 8th grade graduation. And I always shaved because I grew up wrestling, started at a real young age, and you can't have facial hair. So it always made me shave, shit like that. So once I got out of college wrestling, some stuff started happening in my life. I started having a lot of anxieties and kind of mental health stuff. And so I grew it out kind of as like a blanket, almost kind of like a cover up, like to hide behind. And boy, was it a shitty beard because I never took care of it. And so I looked homeless, and yeah, it was weird. But yeah, so I grew it out for that reason at first. My then girlfriend, now wife, absolutely fucking hated it. So I had shaved it a few times, and then finally yeah, I just told her, you know what, it's gonna wear on you. You'll be all right. And I fucking grew it out, and now she hates if I shave it. Past, I would say 3-4 years, I've had a beard, whether it's been short or long.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I grew it out for yeah, to use it as a kind of a blanket to cover up anxieties and stuff like that, and kind of just got used to it. Now I'm comfortable with it.
That is so interesting, man, because I've heard a couple guys that they told us that they're doing that. They're growing it as a sort of a a blanket, right? It's something that it creates a routine and it gives you something like, to take care of, to build your patience.
Right. And for me it was more of, it's kind of hard to explain, but for me it was more of a like a comforter. It was just my comfort. If I got nervous, I could play with my beard. If people would know me by, oh, that's the dude with the big ginger beard. So it just kind of I got used to it as being like a part of me. Kind of, yeah, man, it's just really hard to explain. It's
like part of your personality.
It was just kind of comforter.
Like definitely part of your image now.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I have to have it. I feel freaking naked. I mean, I don't mind being naked, but I feel naked if I shave it. So, yeah. And I also look like a fucking 12-year-old without a beard. So I like to have a beard on my face.
Interesting fact for you guys listening right now. So we were talking a little bit before starting this, and Nick might be butt naked in his laundry room right now recording this.
Hey, I get a little nutty from time to time. What can I say?
It's like a 50-50 that this guy's not even wearing pants right now.
Yeah, I would call it a 60-40 for sure. Yeah. Oh shit.
Well, you kind of went into my next question. You said 3 or 4 years that you've had it either short or long. Has that been how long it's been since you've actually taken a razor to your face? Like, how long have you been growing this beard that you have now?
Oh yeah, so this beard that I have now, yeah, 3 or 4 years.
Holy shit!
I had to shave it. So I used, man, dude. So we'll maybe get into that later. But I've had a lot of jobs, and one of my jobs 3 or 4 years ago was I was a correctional officer at a jail where I live, and so obviously can't have beards. And once I got out of that, I'm like, I kind of told myself, yeah, I'm just gonna never shave again and see how that goes. And so far, it's gone pretty fucking well,
Yeah. No,
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
But yeah, man, I love it. I love it. It's who I am, man.
Hell yeah. So like for day-to-day stuff, what's your beard routine like? What do you do every day to take care of your ginger beard?
So in order to tame this beastly mane that I have on my face, I have to take a shower every day. So whether I use shampoo or conditioner, it doesn't matter. Man. Well, I mean, come on now, it's not mandatory, but no, I have to do it. I gotta scrub it like with my fingers and stuff, or else I have this like weird thing where it'll get like really natted, like it'll look like a rat's nest. It's disgusting. So, but my normal day-to-day thing, I'll use the shampoo and conditioner from the Beard Struggle and wash it. And then once I get out, I'll put on some day oil with like a balm and kind of brush out all the kinks out, and rock with that. And then at night, wash everything out in the shower and put like a night oil in to keep it good and try to fight that bed beard for when I wake up.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my normal routine. But shit, I catch myself a lot of times during the day trying to fix my beard because the wind will pick up and it'll just go all over the place. So that's a good time.
Yeah. So you told me about your day-to-day routine, but is there any kind of secret that you have that you've never shared with anyone that you do with your beard to look that good? Is there something weird you got going on?
Not necessarily, dude. It's just a God-given gift, my buddy. No, dude, I'm just a hairy behemoth, and I always have been, and so it's just it's a blessing and a curse, baby.
I
But
feel you there, man.
yeah, it's nothing special, man. Nothing special. I just use the products and fucking go on with my day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
hey, Zeke,
awesome.
I'm gonna give it to Zeke on this part. He's gonna ask you a little bit.
Yeah, brother. This is gonna be my favorite part here.
Yeah, he's been looking forward to this, Nick.
All right, big daddy, let's go.
You know what? Those who know me, they know I'm a little bit of a workaholic, and my wife was just here, but I'm sure she's rolling her eyes out. Yeah, there you go. She came here and looked at me funny. So I'm always interested in knowing what people do for a living, but in your case, I am especially interested. But we'll get to that. Now there's something I want to know. You told me that you were a correctional officer, and obviously you can't wear a beard while you do that work. But what is the deal with the USPS here? Are they okay with you wearing a beard? Do you get any shit on a day-to-day? Any weird looks by having a long beard?
Actually, that's the funny thing is people always think like since you work for the post office, you can't have a beard, but that's not actually the case.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you can have a beard, and I do get a lot of people question like, "Oh, you work for the post office? Why do you have a beard?" And I'm like, "Well, because I can, it's okay, I promise." But yeah, man. So there's no like regulations against it or the length of it. I mean, it don't really matter. I myself, if I'm a mailman and I'm on the town every single day, I don't want to look homeless, so I know I have to take care of it. But that would be kind of funny to look homeless for a couple months. But whatever. Actually, that's another funny story I'll tell you about when you ask me about stories about the post office.
Oh, we'll get there, man.
Yeah, it's coming.
So how did you get the mailman from I mean, you were a correctional officer. How did you get from there to now working in the post office?
So yeah, it's actually a funny thing, man. I actually worked a lot of jobs, dude. So after, let's see, man. I'll just go from the CO position. So as a CO, I was only if it is what I wanted to do for a career. So I didn't really have my mind set on it. I just knew, hey, if I want to be in law enforcement, this will be a good way to go through it. So I did it, and I was there for about 6 months, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to fucking do this. So I my other passion has always, believe it or not, been teaching. I've been a youth wrestling coach and all that. I love working with kids, and so I actually got a job as a physical education specialist for middle school where I live.
Awesome.
And I did that for a couple years, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It opened my eyes a lot to the teaching realm. But yeah, it was a great time. But I kind of, after a couple years, I was talking with my wife, and I was like, I don't know if this is what I want to do. And so we were living in Susanville in Northern California at the time, and so I said, well, how about we move to Chico, and you can go back to school, I'll go back to school, and kind of find what we want to do. And so we did it. We moved to Chico. We were there for 7 months, and she got pregnant.
Nice.
So I was like, well, shit, what do we do now? So we both agreed that it would be better because our families live up by Susanville and stuff like that. So we decided to move back closer to home, closer to family and stuff like that. So in the meantime, I was looking for jobs, and they had just opened up a city carrier position for the post office. So I applied, and that's that, man. A month later, I'm on.
Nice.
How long ago was that again?
Almost 2 years ago.
Oh, nice, sweet, man. So you've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, I've been doing it for almost a couple of years, man. It's a job, all right.
I'm talking to a professional mailman here, not just some guy improvising shit.
I mean, we got 7 routes. We got 7 routes in the post office, and I know every single route. I can run every single route.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
I love
it.
So how does it get on the day to day? I mean, I can imagine a corrections officer to be an overwhelming job at points, obviously. But how does it work for the post office? I can imagine. I mean, obviously now you guys probably have a bigger workload. I don't know, man. I saw my daughter doing something that I don't think her generation has ever fucking done, which during this quarantine, they were sending her and her friends, they were sending each other letters, like old school letters.
Oh, kicking it old school.
Dude, you have to understand, we're talking about a 15-year-old kid here.
That's impressive.
A letter is something of the Stone Age for her. So we got this kids doing this. So I imagine that probably the post office has got a lot of everybody's ordering everything. So how does your job feel, especially during this time? Is it get overwhelming or not?
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, man, the job 9 times out of 10 can be very overwhelming if you let it be. A lot of people look at being a mailman as kind of like a kickback job. Oh shit, dude, I get to drive a mail truck, flip some bills here and there, deliver a package, but it's go
packages, you know,
dude. And so some post offices sign contracts with Amazon, so we're one of them. So now we deliver mail, Amazon packages, USPS packages. We said we do it all, and we can go from, per route, we can go from like 3,000 pieces of mail, over 100 packages, and over 200 magazines that we have to deliver in an 8-hour period. Now, does that happen in an 8-hour period? No. So, and the thing is so you have your careers, who are your regulars, and then you have your CCAs. So I'm a CCA. I'm what I would call a glorified helper. So my job is to know every route. If somebody's sick that day, I cover that route. Somebody has a vacation, I cover their route. On days that everybody's there, I'm the helper. I'll run packages, or I'll pick up the slack where, hey, I'm going to be an hour late, so I have to take that hour off of their route and go run it. So as a CCA, you are, from the time you clock on till you clock off, you're going. You're running around. I mean, regardless if you're a mailman, that's what you're doing. But as a CCA, I can jump from route 1 to route 3 to route 7 to back to route 2. It just kind of depends on what that day brings. But as a CCA too, your hours aren't necessarily guaranteed. So sometimes I'll work 6 days in a row, 10 to 12 hour shifts, and then some weeks I'll work 2 days for 4 hours.
Right.
So it can be mentally draining, to say the least, at times.
Yeah, with the hectic schedule
I believe just what's that?
With a hectic schedule like that, I can imagine.
Yeah, and then having a wife and a baby, a 1-year-old at home, it makes it a little bit just as more difficult. But it's just like anything in life, man. You got to have a right mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, it's going to eat you up. And yeah, dude, there's been weak points where it has eaten me up, and I'm, fuck this shit, blah, blah, blah. But, I do it for my family. I do it so my family's taken care of, and that's all I care about, that they're taken care of. So that's why I do what I do.
Right on, brother. Right on.
Yeah.
So, let's go to I want to know what the funniest story, and let's be clear here. I mean, give me something juicy, but don't get fucking fired, dude. Okay. So, yeah, just give me something cool, but don't get fired. So,
okay.
What is the funniest story that you have?
I think 2 come to my mind. I mean, there's so many, but 2 comes to my mind. One of them, it was my first Christmas working for the post office, and so during Christmas time, it's bonkers, bro. Like, it's insane. So
I can imagine, man.
I think, man, it must have been 8 o'clock at night, pitch black and dark. So I'm driving, and there's these whatever. I'll just say it. There's these tweakers walking down the road, right?
And so tweakers, it's fine.
Yeah, tweakers. So one of them flags me down, and I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go." And so she's trying to gnaw her own face off, and I'm like, this is gonna be great. And she comes around and she's like knocking on my window, and I roll it down. I'm like, yeah, what can I do for you? And she goes, hey, you got a change of address slip? And I was like, nope. And she's like, what about an application? And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, I'm trying to apply. You got a problem with that? And so I said, here you go. And I gave her the whole website. I gave her all the details to apply. And I told her I would tell my boss I would put in a good word for her.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, it was the best. It was the best. But there's that. And then let's see. A couple years ago, I decided to grow my hair out real long. And my hair is really thick. So, well, I look homeless when I have really long hair and a big beard. And this was before I got my uniform, so I was just kind of in regular clothes. So yeah, I looked homeless as shit. And I go up to where was it? I think it was a bank, and you have to go around the back door, knock on it, whatever. So I'm standing there, I'm knocking on it, and this lady's just staring at me, and she will not come to this door. And I'm holding her mail and all this, and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this lady? So I'm banging on it, and I'm like, hey, I got mail. And she comes out, she peeks her head around the corner, and she goes, who are you? And I was like, just the mailman. And she's like, do you have identification? So I showed her my badge, and she's like, well, where's your mail truck? And I was like, it's right behind me. And she's like, oh, I thought you were just a homeless tweaker trying to get my mail. What is this, dude? Like, it was ridiculous.
You weren't kidding about that hair, man.
No, I really wasn't, brother. It was ridiculous. But yeah, man. Other than that, I mean, I could think of a few stories, but I think those are the two probably funniest, wildest stories I can think of.
And they're both.
That's a lesson for you. Wear your fucking shorts, Nick.
No, bro. I'll tell you what. I'll show a little thigh, dude. I love doing that.
You know what?
Pasty white legs
Do you
out.
Get tips?
What's that?
Tips with those little shorts when you're delivering the mail?
Oh, I wish. I get a little wink here and there, but usually they're winks that I don't want. But you know, I'll take it.
Yeah,
bro, can we get a picture of that? Can we get a picture of those little shorts?
Brother, I will send you a picture of those shorts so hiked up you won't believe it.
Yes. We're totally gonna do that, man.
Dude, I got you.
Oh my man, that was awesome. So right now we're gonna move in and talk a little bit about your family life. And I know DK wants to tackle this one, so he's gonna take over this part of it.
All right, Big Daddy, let's get it.
So I heard you mention your wife. How long have you guys been married?
So we've been married since 2017, and we've been together since 2011.
Wow.
I met her. She was a freshman, and I was a sophomore in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
That's a long time.
That's
pretty wild.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a blessing, dude.
So, well, with you and your wife, what's the story that comes to mind between you two pre-child?
Oh, God.
What can you? I'm sure there's a lot to choose from, but
there's so many fucking stories. I mean, we pretty much grew up together. You know, one story comes to my mind was actually when we first started dating. I think it maybe, you know, we weren't even dating for a year. And she was a volleyball player. And so I was kind of the class clown, and I was very well known in the high school. Yeah, I know. Surprising, right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I feel like I don't know you.
Get the fuck out of here. But no, I had rallied a bunch of kids together to go to this volleyball game because nobody ever gave a dick about volleyball, right? Who fucking cares? So our high school was all about football and shit like that. So I was like, well, fuck that. That changes this year. And so I had about 50 plus kids in the stands just going ape shit during this volleyball game. I don't know if you know, volleyball's supposed to be rather quiet, and we had air horns. We had fucking, our shirts were off. We were going nuts, right? So, I was like, hey, I got to go outside. I'm burning up. And so me and like 5 other kids go outside, and we get the wild idea to start doing jackass stunts. And, you know, the old show Jackass,
yeah.
Yeah. So So I was like, hey, let's do a nut high five. And so it's when you run, jump, spread legs, and hit nuts together in midair. And so I talked my buddy into it, and he's like, all right, I'll fucking do it. And I was like, sick. So I'm flying through the air. I run, I jump, I'm flying through the air, and I look, and his one foot's up, but he's still planted on his other foot. So I knew this was not going to end up good. So I fucking go, I hit my nuts on like his leg, and as I'm falling, he goes to catch his footing, kicks up, breaks my nose, and knocks me out cold.
My God.
So I'm out cold while my girlfriend's in the gym playing volleyball. And so I kind of wake up. By the way, this was the like 6th or 7th time I've broken my nose. So I was pretty used to it by then. So I get up, and my friend's like, "You all right?" And there's blood all over. I'm like, "Yeah, fine. I want to go watch Stevie play volleyball." And they were like, "I don't think that's the best." So I go into the gym. I've got blood all over my face. My nose is all swollen. Dude, and the look that she gave me, bro. She fucking gave me. She was hot. She's like, "What the fuck happened to you?" I was like, "I don't know. I got kicked in the face. I don't know what happened."
Oh my God.
that kind of set the tone for her with who she got in a relationship with. But dude, along the way, you know, it's so funny, man. She's such a she's an incredible woman, but she is very proper. She's a woman, but behind closed doors, when it's just me and her, dude, she's fucking worse than I am, bro. Bro, sometimes I have to tell her, hey, why don't we just, chill the fuck out a little bit? like maybe we'll hit the sheets a little bit early tonight. You can get some extra rest. You are fucking nuts.
Oh my God, it's hard to picture you as the moral compass of the relationship.
Hey, I'm not saying that's all the time. That's like 10% of the time. The other time she's telling me to shut up. So, but yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we got so many fucking stories of shit that we've done, and going to Reno before we had a kid. We used to love go, have some drinks with some friends, and we would go to Reno, and we went to. You guys know the Peppermill Hotel and Casino?
Yeah.
No.
So. Okay, so it's a hotel and casino in Reno. It's a really like fancy schmancy, I guess you could say. But so we go there, and we are just shit faced drunk, and we're with my cousins, my parents, just some relatives, and so I get to talking to this guy at the blackjack table, and we end up like shooting the shit for a little bit. His wife ends up talking to my wife, and we're bullshitting, and so my wife goes, well, let's go to the club. I'm like, I don't have money. And she's like, we'll find somebody. And I was like, I don't know what that means, but okay. So we're going, and we're heading to the club like we're going to fucking get in, right? And so no plan whatsoever. And she sees this dude, this Asian guy with bright pink hair, long ass hair, like down to his shoulders, with his pants down below his ass, and he's stumbling everywhere. He's fucking hammered, right? And she goes, I got an idea.
Oh, no.
So she goes, hey. She goes, you can get us into the club, right? And he goes, what do you mean? And he's like so fucking confused. And she's like, you can get us there, right? And I was like, yeah. Like, so I started getting into it. I was like, yeah, you can fucking do it, right? The guy was like, you know what? I could fucking do it. Let's go.
He fucking Jedi mind tricked him.
So we go to this club, and he tells the bouncer, I got a list. And the bouncer was like, we don't have lists here. And he's like, no, it's under Jamie. Just look on the computer. Well, sure as shit, this dude legitimately had a list. And guess what? We weren't on that goddamn list. And so Jamie fucking ditches us and goes up to the club and leaves me and my wife down in the lobby shit-faced drunk. So that was, oh God, dude. It was, but just stuff like that, man. She'll do shit like that all the time. Well, when we're drinking.
That's awesome.
But we don't do a whole lot of drinking no more.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it just I've never been a big drinker, really, dude. I'm not one of those guys that'll like have a beer with dinner or something like that. I'll only have a drink or two if an occasion or, you know, a birthday or we're going to Reno or, you know, stuff like that, I'm like, no, all right, I'll drink. But if it's just like me and my wife chilling, you're not going to catch me with the beer in my hand. But just, I don't know, personal preference. If I'm going to drink, I'm going to get fucked up. Like, what's the point of having a beer? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already started the process. Just finish it. You know,
I've never met a person like, oh yeah, I drink, you know, strictly for the flavor. Yeah, it all tastes like ass.
Right, yeah, it all tastes like cat piss.
So you're drinking for a reason.
Yeah, except, dude, I did find this whiskey that I really liked, and it's Screwball. It's like a peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah,
bro, I almost made love to it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I totally believe you.
Tasty. Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. Because I almost did it. It is a tasty little treat, dude.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I got off on a fucking tangent.
All right, I'll bring us back. So, you mentioned that your little boy was 1, and I know that's a big change for most families, you know, and you said that happened whenever y'all were trying to go back to school. So thus far, what's the biggest struggle y'all have ran into or that y'all faced being a new family?
You know, it's actually it's kind of weird to say, but it's when you have a child and you're married and stuff like that, for me at least, once that happens, your life, how do I put this? You don't fucking matter, right? It doesn't matter what I want anymore. It only matters what my wife and my son want. And my wife's in the same position, you know, she had the kid, and it's not about what she wants, it's about what I want and my son. So a struggle that we've seen since having a child is finding kind of our own way, like our own purpose for being on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a strong believer that God puts every person on this earth for a specific reason, whether it's, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter, but there's a specific reason or else you would not be.
Right.
And you know, whether it's a big or small reason, it don't matter. It's still a fucking reason that you're here. And so, you know, a little bit of a struggle we've had is kind of slowing it down a little bit and going, you know, are we happy? Are we doing what we like to do as well? You know what I'm saying? Because that's very important. That a kid needs parents who he can look up to that are happy, legitimately happy, not for him, but for themselves. And so, you know, we've caught ourselves a few times just like, what the fuck are we doing? like yeah, we're parents and we're married and we're happy, but like, what are we fucking doing with our lives? And so yeah, and that's the thing, man, is I kind of went through a little bit of a spill for a month or two, just kind of not knowing what the hell I was doing with my life. You know, I knew I was taking care of my wife and my son, and that's all I needed to do. But internally, was I like, you know, satisfied with what I was doing personally? And, you know, and then all of a sudden the beard struggle came along, brother. No fucking joke. Literally. It hit and I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and run with this. You know, so dude, it's been honestly straight up, it's been life changing. Like it feels awesome. You know, it feels like, you know, that purpose is back. You know, I'm happier at home. I'm happier around my family. I'm happier at work. I'm just kind of, you know, all around a happier guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I would say that would be our only struggle. I would say was just kind of, you know, finding our own purpose. We get caught up in being parents and being a husband and wife that we kind of forget, well, what the fuck do I want?
Yeah,
you know,
it's just one big balancing act that you just have to find the nice rhythm and a good flow, you know, for everyone to be happy and to move forward.
Yep, exactly, man. It's difficult, but it's, you know, it'll come. We're still working at it. We're still trying to find that balance. You know, we're young, so we're new at this, and I know we'll find it. So
I don't know. How old are you, Nick?
What's that? Are you? Oh, I'm a young buck, dude. I'm 25.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Not a lot of people know that. Yeah, I'm 25.
I'm just a little bit ahead of you, man. I'm 27.
No shit.
Well, fuck you both. Fuck, dude, I'm 36.
36. Talking to father time over here.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
I'm kidding, dude. You look like a young LL Cool J, brother. You're in great shape.
That's awesome.
But no, I know you were talking a little bit about purpose just now. You and your wife trying to find y'all stride and what y'all or really what your purpose is that God intended for y'all. But I mean, is there a vision for y'all where you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? I mean, what's the end game look like for you as a husband and a father to your family?
You know, personally, I used to really think like ahead of the curve back in the day. I used to think, you know, in 2 years and 3 years, I want to do this. And I kept finding myself not, I would get close to those goals that I would set for myself, but I would never fully achieve those goals. So as my wife and I we got older and we grew, we started rather than setting goals 2 years, 3 years, we would we're now setting goals like monthly, like, okay, this month we'll do this, blah, blah, blah. And so,
That's smart.
yeah, I find it that we're more successful that way. And I mean, I know there's a lot of other people that are like, you know, they set those 1 or 2 year goals and they fucking crush that shit. I'm just not one of those dudes. So right now, I'm just honestly taking it day by day. I'm making sure my family's taken care of. I'm making sure that my marriage is happy and thriving. My son is happy and he's growing. I'm making sure that my family is financially taken care of. And, you know, and I'm just taking it day by day. Whatever happens tomorrow, that happens tomorrow, and we'll work with it then. But for right now, you know, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with what I'm doing. And yeah, there's always room for improvement. I'm not saying that at all. Of course, there always is, but I don't set real goals for 1, 2 years. I set immediate goals. I find it easier and quicker and more effective for me, at least.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super smart, man, because when you think about it in the world nowadays, I mean, that 5 year, 10-year goal, that was a thing of the past, man. That was a thing of 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. When the world was a little bit slower, right? And things change so quick nowadays that putting a 5 year goal is, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know what the world is going to be in 5 years. We don't know what the world is going to be in a month
you could be dead next week.
Hello? So yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was just I was like, "What's happening? Should I say something?"
We got a little bit of a internet issue here.
That's what I was wondering.
All right, let's do a mic check here. Nick, you're there. Do I have a DK here?
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm here.
But man, DK is struggling a little bit there.
We got it?
I don't know. Let's take a quick break here. We're gonna fix our microphones here, and we're gonna be right fucking back. All right, guys. Here we are back. We had a little microphone issue, but we have defeated the internet right now. So you got us all back again. Nick is still not wearing pants.
No, still fine. Hey, these cheeks are out, boy. Come on now.
Oh God. I'm just hoping that he hasn't moved DK into the dark
I've been trying to get him to do it, but he won't.
Dude, he talked about that in his favorite whiskey. He got me going, man. I'm living free over here.
Got your undercarriage tingling, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now we know how DK loses his pants.
That's
just
right,
a little bit of whiskey there.
A little peanut butter whiskey will pop them drawers off, boy.
All right, so we're gonna go. DK's got to take us right to. This is pretty much, we're gonna have like 2 sections that are gonna be kind of our funny sections here. we want to know some funny facts about you. So DK is gonna hit you with some lightning round here of questions.
Oh, fuck, dude. All right, let's get it.
Now it's time for the serious questions.
So, wait. All right, go ahead.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how fucking weird are you?
Bro, I'd have to say about a 10, but I'm a weird fucking. I mean, like, I'm a normal dude, but I'm like I'm a weird guy, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I call grown men big daddies and babies. So
I love that about you. It's hilarious.
I mean, listen, man, you are butt naked doing a podcast in your laundry room.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, that up right there alone gets me to about a 6.
Just a 6. Holy
just
shit.
A 6.
And your video today brings you to a fucking 100.
Dude, I tell you what, old Papa Tess, dude. Come on now. Dude, the funny thing is that was the Papa Tess was actually one of my grandfathers.
Okay.
And so what it is it's kind of a mixture of all my grandfathers in one.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all fucking batshit crazy. So
So if you guys don't know, you guys listening don't know what we're talking about here. On Nick's Instagram, which by the way is Nick_Hibbits, HIBBITTS. This guy does his bit in which he's like a grandpa trying to handle technology and different things, and it's just so funny, guys. It's just such a funny. So if you have the chance to do it, just go and look at this video. You're gonna understand what we're talking about here.
Okay, I appreciate that shout out, baby.
So, okay, on to the next one. What are you a master of that is uncommon? What are you really fucking good at that's just kind of out there?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I know I'm hitting you out of right field here.
Yeah, you are. God damn, what am I really good at?
I mean, not ball high fives because you broke your nose last time.
Yeah, I'm not very fucking good at. Well, I am, but I'm not good at picking the right partner. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I don't fucking know. Let's see. I can walk on my hands. That's pretty dope.
Okay.
I'm fucking terrible at a lot of things. You know, really fucking bad at a lot of things. I would like the first thing that came to my mind was like, oh, I'm good at drawing, but then I realized, no, I'm not at all. I'm fucking terrible at it. So, you know, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm a pretty average Joe besides a few little quirks, you know?
Okay, well, maybe, and you kind of touched on the next question here. I'm going to go 180 on you here.
Oh.
What do you absolutely suck at?
Oh,
what are you horrible at?
Dude, you name it, BB. You fucking name it. Dude, I'm really bad at drawing. I can't even draw.
You were just about to say you were great at it.
Dude, all right, listen. You know, that's the past. Let it be the past, all right? Fucking, you know, like those little hearts that like little kids draw? Like it looks like an upside down nutsack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I can't even draw those correctly, brother.
Oh,
like it's fucking one is way bigger than the other. It's weird, dude. I'm not fucking good at it. Like, I can draw a hell of a dick though. I'm really good at that. Nice set of nuts on him. I'm good at that. But that's the extent of my drawing. You know. I'm really bad at before I was a mailman, dude, I was fucking terrible at knowing directions. In my own hometown, I didn't know the name of the streets until I was a mailman. I've lived here almost my whole life. Fucking terrible at them. People would be like, dude, haven't you lived here for like 22 years? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. Anyways, it's 2 lefts and a right, I think. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But
if you reach a guy with a yellow poncho, you've gone too far.
Exactly. Yeah. If you hit the 3rd tree, you've gone too far. Go back to the first one. I think it might be the 4th. So yeah, dude. Drawing is not my cup of tea. Directions used to not be my cup of tea. Let's see, dude. I'm not good at being quiet. I'm really not good at being quiet. I'm a fucking rather loud person. My voice, my mother used to say, your voice carries, you need to shut up.
Yeah.
All right, mother, sorry. But yeah, dude, that's why I was always getting kicked out of my classrooms and shit. But
there you go.
Yeah, so those are just a few things. I mean, I could sit here all night and tell you shit I'm terrible at. But,
No, I won't put you through that hell. I promise.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
No, I'll switch it up. I'll give you a fun one. So,
all right.
Besides growing a badass ginger beard, what, if you had to choose, would be your choice of superpower?
Ooh, superpower, brother.
Yeah, we're going heroic on it, man.
Ooh, fuck, dude. You know, listen, okay, super speed, fucking pointless. Don't fuck with me about that, okay? Flying, yeah, it's pretty dope, but what are you gonna do when you're in the air? Nothing. You're just gonna fly. So fuck, shut up with that. X-ray vision is cool, but you're gonna see some shit you don't want to see. So I don't want that. Dude, honestly, I would say like super strength, because that's the only legitimate. I feel like legitimate, helpful like superpower, other than like if you're fucking what's his nut Cyclops and could shoot laser beams out of his fucking eyes. But that's no, I don't want to do that. But so I would say super strength, brother. Just stronger than dog shit. That'd be dope.
Okay. Okay, I can live with that.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm going to end it on, because it's been my question that I've been looking forward to ask you.
Oh, boy.
I know Zeke had his favorite with the mailman gig. But
okay.
If you had to choose between your wife and your beard, which beard scent oil are you going to use?
You fucker, you really set me up here, huh? Oh man, Asgardian secret for sure.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's her favorite, isn't it?
That is my favorite.
It is her favorite. It is her favorite.
No, I'm gonna end it there and give it back over to Zeke. He's gonna have fun with this next part.
All right, Poppy.
All right, brother. Here we go. This is gonna be called the man car renewal. All right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So let me tell you the rules here. We are not going to decide whether or not you get to keep your man card. Who are we to judge, right?
Right.
But
yeah, of course.
all the mother cluckers that are listening right now are going to get to decide. Are going to get to decide whether or not you get to keep your man card according to the answers that you give right now. Okay?
Oh, they better not. I'll tell you what. These mother cluckers better not fuck me over and take it. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's up to you, brother. You
all
ready?
Right, I'm gonna answer these sons of bitches. Let's do it.
All right, cool. First one, pretty easy. Do you know how to change a tire?
I do.
All right, cool. You know how to change a tire. That's a good start, man, because if you would have said no right here, that's it.
I'll tell you what. To burn my fucking man card, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. I almost lost my man card once changing a tire. I put the I don't know the word in English to lift the car up. What do you call it? Lifter?
Oh, the car jack. Yeah, the car
jack. Okay, I got my wife here just shouting shit at me.
The car lifter upper.
Yeah, the car lifter up. I put it backwards, and I'm sending a picture to a friend, and I'm saying like, "Hey, how the fuck do I remove this thing right here?" He goes like, "Well, first of all, you gotta send me a man card because I'm gonna revoke that shit. You put the jack backwards."
Wait, how did you you put the handle in or? Wait, what?
So
no, it's one of those little tiny ones, and one part goes on the floor, and the other part is the one that kind of grabs the car, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that shit was backwards. So don't feel bad about
it. No. I'm sorry, sir.
Here we go with the next one. Do you lift heavy weights or do aerobic classes? Which one do you prefer?
Ooh, I mean, I don't mind getting a little spandex, getting a little sweat every once in a while, but I definitely prefer lifting heavy shit, baby. I'm trying to get that superhero strength, you know?
There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you ever use chapstick or an umbrella which, by the way, the only thing those things protect you from is being a man.
Right.
Just so you
of
know.
course.
So you ever use any of those?
both.
You got to be honest, man. Don't fucking lie to me.
I won't. I promise. Please stop yelling at me.
You're scaring our guests.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking scared. Okay, so please stop.
You thought you were loud?
Big Daddy. Listen, Big Daddy. I've used chapstick once when I was like fucking 5, bro. Okay. I don't use chapstick. I should use an umbrella because I'm in ginger and I get very sunburnt. But fuck that, dude. YOLO. So I don't use an umbrella. I take that burn like a man. So no chapstick, no umbrella.
Dude, you're the best mailman in California.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the best mailman this side of the Mississippi. Come on now.
Oh shit.
All right. So, what is your absolute favorite hobby?
Oh fuck. My favorite hobby, bro. I mean, I love weightlifting, working out, exercising. That's one of my favorites. Fuck, dude. I'd have to say exercising, like working out would have to be my favorite hobby. You know, I enjoy like working on shit around the house, building shit, even though I'm not very good at it. I'll give it a shot.
Look at Nick racking up his man card points right there, huh?
Hell yeah.
Okay, all right, here we fucking go. Listen, all right, I fucking yeah, dude, I like working out. That's my fucking hobby.
Working out. That works.
Get me all worked up over here. I gotta put pants on or something, dude. I'm getting fucking worked up.
What is your all-time favorite band?
Oh, god damn. Dude, you know, it's so listen, all right. Now, are we talking rap group or are we talking like rock band? Or are we talking punk?
You drop $2,000 on a front row seats ticket because they're in town once in your lifetime. Which band are you going to?
Dude, NWA for fucking sure.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to educate me here. I don't know what that is.
It's N-words with attitude.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, dude. Ice Cube, Easy, even though he's dead. Snoop Dogg, you know, Dr. Dre. Goodies.
All right,
there you go. Okay.
All right, so this one goes kind of tied with the other one, right? What was the last public event that you went to? Like, either you paid for tickets, you went to the movies. Like, what was the last public event that you went to?
The last public event. It would have to be. I went to, you know, the old school classic rock band Boston.
Yeah.
And do you know Styx, the old classic rock band Styx? So some members from the band from back in the day have created like a collaborative band called Bostix, and they did a tour and they went through Reno. So me and my wife and my folks and her folks bought tickets to it, and I got hammered drunk, bro. It was the shit.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, and it was on St. Patrick's Day, and they gave me they were doing like a meet and greet, and I didn't have anything for them to sign, so they signed the back of my phone. And then I was like, hey, I know you said no pictures, but like, can I get a fucking picture or what? And they were like, all right, sick. So they got a fucking picture with me, and nobody else could get pictures with them. It was pretty dope.
No way. Do you have that picture?
I do actually. I'll send it to you.
Oh hell yeah, we need that picture, man.
Yeah, you could tell some of them really weren't happy that this drunk ginger asshole was in a picture with him, but whatever, dude. What are you gonna do, you know?
That's awesome. So here's an important one, okay? Do you own or have you ever owned skinny jeans?
Oh, balls, dude. Listen, okay, I can explain, dude. All right, here we go. You ready for this? Just quiet. So, fucking middle school was a troubling time in this child's life, brother. Okay. I didn't know who I was, dude. All right, I used to use my mom's hair straightener and straighten my fucking hair, for God's sakes. And I was let's just say, dude, I was a huge fan of Hot Topic. All right, big fan of Hot Topic. My 8th grade year, and then once I hit high school, I was like, hey, I'm not gonna do that because everybody can see my dick. So I fucking started wearing regular pants, dude, like a regular person.
Nice. That's awesome. All right. Here's an important one. Your hobby is to lift weights. So I'm going to throw one at you here.
All right.
Do you engage in lifting your shirt to show your gains to other dudes at the gym?
Absolutely not. And if I see somebody doing that, I'm going to kick him in the dick because that is stupid. Put your shirt on.
Nice.
Dude, it drives me fucking nuts, bro. I hate. That's why I used to work out at like Anytime Fitness, and bro, I would have to sit there and wait for weights because you got douchebags who are on steroids flexing in the mirror in front of all the weights, and it's like, okay, I guess I'll just sit here while you act like an asshat. And so I changed different gyms, and I like literally at a time there was at most like 10 dudes there, and they were like, you know, they would always wear sweatshirts. So I was like, all right, well, nobody's gonna be showing me their titties today, so I can actually work out. Fucking sick, let's do it. But yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. You're not there to fucking look at yourself, brother. Just work out and go home. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. That you do work around the house. So I'm assuming this is going to be a yes for you.
Okay.
So how many tools do you own a full set of tools, and where do you store them?
So I own 2. I have 2 toolboxes. I got a power drill. I got saws, all kinds of shit, man. I store them in my garage actually, so they're not in the way of my wife.
Nice.
But no, yeah, I got a little. Well, actually, I have no cubby for them. I just put them in the fucking garage, dude. They're tools, bro. That's where they live. You know what I'm saying?
That's their home.
That is much better than my answer, man. I own a screwdriver and a flashlight, and I don't think the flashlight has batteries right now. So,
hey, dude, you can still use it as a weapon. So there's that.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, next question: Harley Davidson or Honda?
Wait, what?
Harley Davidson or Honda?
Well, I gotta say Honda just because I've never driven a Harley Davidson, bud. So I would have to say Honda.
Okay.
All right.
Honda.
If I had ridden a Harley Davidson, I can almost guarantee I would probably say Harley Davidson because I heard it jingles your nutsack quite a bit, and I'm into that.
It's glorious. It's glorious.
Yeah. Yeah, real nice. All
right, the next two, time is of the essence on the next two, because if you take too long to answer, we know you're bullshitting. Okay.
All right, dude. I'm just honestly, as soon as the question comes out, I'm gonna fucking say it.
All right, go. Favorite brand of whiskey?
I'm sorry, what?
Favorite brand of whiskey?
I like Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels. There we go. And favorite brand of cigars?
Dude, you know, honestly, I've smoked cigars in the past and I enjoy cigars, but if you ask me what any brand of cigar would be, I don't fucking know.
Okay, I'll follow up with that. What's your favorite brand of chew?
Oh, Copenhagen, brother.
Copenhagen.
You chew Skull, dude? Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Kick you in the freaking nuts, dude. God, Skull, dude. I remember chewing Skull back when I was in fucking diapers, dude. Come on, get with it, dude. God.
All right, brother. So that was my last question on the man car renewal section here. So basically, what's going to happen now? We're gonna get you a nice hashtag when we post this, and we're gonna let the audience decide whether or not you get to keep your man card according to your answers.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Don't worry, man. I got mine taken away a while ago, so
Dude, mine better not be. I'm gonna be so upset if mine gets taken away. Dude, I will always wear pants if mine gets taken away. I'm never taking my pants off again.
Well,
I'm going to be honest with you. If you start wearing those skinny jeans again, I don't know what's going to happen.
Listen, brother, I fucking told you it was a confusing time in a middle schooler's life, dude. Come on.
Well, I can honestly say that you are a man's man to this interview here.
I try, dude. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just who I am.
Hey, man. Nick, I just want to say, man, thank you so much for being a part of this first podcast that we're recording. I know that this idea came up. DK and I started talking about this a while ago because we met so many of you guys in this bearded struggle group that there's so many cool people, so many good people that we figure we don't know anything about most of these guys, and we really want to get to know them. We really want everybody to get to know you guys. So that was pretty much the idea behind it. And honestly, you have not disappointed, and you have set the bar pretty fucking high for the next episodes here. You have been great, man, and I really appreciate you taking the time to spend your Friday night with us.
Hey, man, honestly, thank you so much. It is truly a blessing to be able to sit here and bullshit with you guys and cut loose and talk like an asshat for an hour, dude. It's it's been fun, man, and I really appreciate this opportunity, dude. I really do. You guys are a couple of really good dudes, and like you said, man, there's a lot of really good people in this business, in this group that we've all met. That it's just perfect timing, man. It's the fact of the matter is like, you think, okay, if I waited 6 months, would I be in this position? Would I be talking to these people? Everything, like I said earlier, everything happens for a reason in the order that it happens, man. So I'm a strong believer that there's a reason that we're all talking right now. So I'm very appreciative of it, dude. So I thank you guys for having me on here.
Yeah. No,
absolutely, Brian. We appreciate you.
Shit, yeah, man.
Yeah, and I wanted to thank you for coming on, and thank you to whoever decided to take an hour out of their life to listen to three jackasses laugh and talk about whiskey and being half-ass naked in the laundry room. So just wanted to thank everyone who was a part of this, and I had a hell of a time, man. Like Zeke said, you did set the bar high as shit for everyone to follow you.
Thank you, brother. I truly appreciate it, man. I appreciate that.
You're awesome.
All right, guys. So for you guys out there listening right now, we definitely appreciate you guys taking, like DK said, we definitely appreciate you guys taking an hour of your time to listen to our bullshit. And we're happy that we're going to be able to be doing this with you guys. And honestly, just stay tuned, because we're going to get a lot more of these amazing dudes to be able to tell their story on this podcast. So I'm Coach Zeke. We got DK Watts. We're going to give you coach.zeke on Instagram. For DK, you tell them your handle, my brother. I don't want to mess it up.
Mine is dwatts24 on Instagram, DWATTS.
Perfect. And we're going to be announcing anything that has to do with this show. We're going to announce it right there on Instagram. That's what we do most of our, well, actually all of our social media. So,
and I know we said Nick's one time during the show, but Nick, what's your handle?
My name's Nick. My fucking Instagram. Sorry. Oh God, I'm super good with words, by the way. My Instagram handle is Nick_Hibbits, HIBBITTS.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Go give this guy a follow, because he is hilarious with his posts. We are always enjoying those.
Bless, brother. Thank you, man.
All right, guys. Awesome to spend some time with you, and we'll catch you guys later.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good one, Nick. Bye-bye. See you, DK.